Hello and welcome everybody, I'm One Proud Bavarian and I'm back here with a new series for you in HIP, of course. How can I let HIP go with those beautiful provinces, events, character portraits and title sigils? But this series will be very different from the series that we have done prior to this one, because this one will start very late and as an emperor. Now, you have already seen it in the thumbnail, you've already seen it in the title. We are the Latin Empire in 1204. For those that are not aware, this is a test game. For those that are not aware, Emperor Bavarian I of his name of Constantinople, the Latin Emperor, with his Crusaders together in 1204, went to Constantinople, sacked the city, took it over and proclaimed himself very closely to the Byzantine rights as the Emperor of the Byzantines, the East Roman Empire, the only emperor that is rightfully claiming to be the Emperor of Rome. And all this happened because the Doge of Venice, Enrico Dandolo, essentially he chartered the ships, and he, when they were here, said, hey, if you want to ever go to the Holy Land, you'll have to go to Constantinople, sack it, and take care of my rivals over there. And I mean, take care of his rivals, they did. The siege and the sack of Constantinople led to the shattering and the destruction of an empire that had been holding on for, I think, like 1,500 years or something, I'm not sure. But now they have splintered into the Basileus in Nicaea, the Basileus in Trebizond, the despot in Epirus, and the true Basileus that was ousted, who is hiding currently in Cherson. And in the middle, and I don't want to not mention it. Of course, there's the Sultanate of Rome. The Rum Turks are claiming to be the true Rome, but that is a bit unlikely. And in the middle is us, Emperor Bavarian of the Imperium Romanae. Now, I believe that historically, like 1268 or something, this empire was destroyed by the Basileus of Nicaea, and the empire of Eastern Rome was restored, or of the East Roman Empire was restored. Bavarian himself died in the prisons of Bulgaria, at least if I remember it correctly. Now, I will roleplay as much as I can in this series, and let me just scroll down so that everybody can see what kind of... Wait a second. I'm going to leave that on. I'm going to scroll down so that everybody can see what kind of settings I have, and then I will just start the game. And this campaign will be very, very heavily role-playing, okay? Everything that we do will be in character. I will attempt to do nothing with metagaming. If some of you want to kind of, be a faction and tell me what they think should be done, if you want to be the council, similar to how we're doing it in the Viking series, please go ahead. I will have an open ear to it, although I will stay in character. And we have 6k people standing around. Those are the Crusaders that came with us here. We also have a lot of Frankish rulers over here, some Greek rulers, and other than that, we mostly have claims. As you can see right here, we have a lot of claims on land that surrounds us, that we can conquer and that we can claim. For example, Helados and Megaleflachia, I'm not sure. But we can claim all of those, and we shall claim all of those. Now, first of all, I'm going to select a focus, and usually I'm always like, hey, let's select the war focus. The war focus is really good, yeah? But the reality is, I don't think it would fit. What Emperor Bavarian needs the most is recognition from the West, and recognition from the West means recognition from the Church. If the Pope does not finally agree that he is the rightful emperor here, then I can't move this? Sure. Then he will not get any support from the West. So he will focus on theology. He wants his bishops, priests, and so on and so forth to persuade the Pope that the Imperium Romanae is indeed the legitimate successor to Rome. So that will be his focus, and then his ambition shall be to win a war. I think that is legitimate because we are on the defensive here, and when you are on the defensive, aggression is the best defense. You need to make clear that you are not to be toyed with. And that is what Emperor Bavarian will do. His wife, by the way, interestingly enough, she never actually arrived in Constantinople. She and the kids were left back over here in Flanders, which is now Comtesse Johanna's rule here. But they were left over there in Flanders, and then when his wife heard that he was the ruler of Constantinople, she tried to get over there, but died on the way. Maybe she'll die on the way too, we'll find out later. Dux Alexios III of Megaleflachia, you are my first target. He rules Thessalonikus and Megaleflachia, and I will take over both by pressing all claims. Because as you were able to see earlier, we have a claim on both of these. I also, and that is an interesting one that I can't really explain, but we also have a Venetian over here. What is this? The same Venetian. So he rules two counties, two island chains, I guess. And I argue personally, this is how I justify that he's here, since the Venetians were the ones that brought us here, and since the Venetians, well, are incredibly influential in this zone of the Mediterranean, I think what they... Oh, look at this. The 5 ports, really. That's pretty cool. What's going on here? Like, where's that Merchant Republic? Wait, where the fuck are you? Oh, that's so cool. Alright. I didn't know that. But since Venice is so influential, they essentially left a trading official right here in the Isles that administers the trade from our city to the Mediterranean. And that is quite important. We need to have control of the Mediterranean as to not lose control of everything else. Because we need the trade, we need the supply of wheat and so on and so forth, or we will starve. Quite simple. Now anyway, let's begin this war, and I will also give myself a really cool beard. Because if you're ruler of Constantinople, you better have a really cool beard. I'm not going to lead, because we're administering the realm, if you know what I'm saying. Oh, also, there's a realm decay. Let's talk about that. Imperial decay. An empire is a hard thing to hold together. The massive bureaucracy can become corrupt, and the sheer difficulty in sending messages across such a large expanse can lead to its own kind of entropy. Imperial decay measures that entropy and increases each time the title changes hands based on how large and centralized the empire has become. So the title changes hands often. If invasions go successful against us, if we lose crusades or holy wars, then the emperor will get weaker and weaker and weaker and eventually shatter. Because our authority will be non-existent. And I think that is a really cool mechanic. We also do have a bloodline. A leader of the 4th Crusade, Baudouin, fought alongside the Venetians to topple the last remnant of the Roman Empire, becoming the first Latin emperor of Constantinople. Surely, not the last one. Our empire will be eternal. Oh, yeah, okay. So the Pope in-game does know that the 4th Crusade just happened, but he does call the 5th one for Jerusalem. I do have plans for that, and I'm going to say yes to going there. But I will most certainly not go there personally. I have been unable to stop myself from being somewhat excited at the prospect of the driving away the infidels from Jerusalem and restoring peace to those lands. I have not usually felt this inspired as a Christian, but maybe I am changing. Hopefully. You sacked Constantinople, you twat. What are we going to do? What am I thinking about? You know, when I say, hey, I have something in mind for the Crusade. I knew a Crusade was coming because at game start, the Pope, if he can, will always call a Crusade. And in this case, as you can see, he called a goddamn Crusade. So what's essentially going to happen is I am going to send the Crusaders that are my retinue to Jerusalem to aid the King of Jerusalem in his fights. I'm not gonna navigate them manually, so if we lose them, we lose them. I'm gonna attach them to Jerusalem, because we are the aid that we were promised, or that he was promised. You know, when we set out for the 4th Crusade, we were supposed to be under his command, to be the ones that essentially give him the aid that he needs against the Ayyubids that are extraordinarily strong here, under control of all their holy sites and so on and so forth. But we weren't that. But I think it is time to make things right, and that is part of it. I live my life as other men do, navigating its rocks and obstacles, doing my best to achieve success in my endeavors. Still, everything we do takes place in the light of Jesus, and we must take care lest the influence of the devil comes into our lives. Indeed it is so. I should ponder this more deeply. Yeah, I should ponder this more deeply. Absolutely. The thing about Baudouin, by the way, is that he was elected because he essentially was... Oh, okay, the king of Jerusalem has passed away, so his son is now the recipient. That's okay. Because he was essentially the one that lived the closest to the tenets of Crusaders. And I think that's quite fitting. That is exactly what we're trying to do with the theology focus. I think that's cool. That he should be given the title of Chancellor of the Imperium Romagna. I'm not making a Venetian. Absolutely not. I'm not making a Venetian the Chancellor. The Venetians have influence, but not that much influence, okay? Show me that you have that influence. Right now the Franks rule here. Right now the Crusaders rule here. And that is just the way it is and the way it will be. Respect that, Venice, or I will teach you to respect it. No, don't tell that to Venice, okay? They would beat me up. They have the money and I do not. So let's not try to provoke them. I do think, though, we want to beat him up right here. That should even end the war, yep. 100%. We caught a blind man. Interesting. And you are now my vassal. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Now, I am one who likes to give out things to commanders unless he had already, you know, determined who should rule beforehand. But I'm going to give you Chalkadike. Chalkadike? I don't know how to pronounce that, I'll be honest with you. You get nothing because you're Orthodox, my friend. Francois, a lowborn. He shall be given Verroya, whatever, dude. He's now of D'Artois. Probably, you know, just his home. That's where he's from. And I thought that we had a relative here somewhere. Yeah, Gottfried. Look at you, Gottfried. Oh, what is this? Imperial Courtier. This character has spent a great deal of time within the Imperial Court and is proficient in navigating its many intrigues and shifting alliances. How fucking cool is that, huh? How fucking cool is that? You're going to be the Comte of Thessalonique. And if I'm not mistaken, then I'm holding Thessalonique and Neopatria now. Yeah, that is correct. I'm going to give you Thessalonique, my friend. What? It's not in your de jure title, my friend. Eustache. What's going on with that, Eustache? Oh, win a war, we did it. Our next mission, now what shall it be? Oh, you know what? Become a saint. A true saint can only be created after one's death, but it is possible to embark upon that path while one is still alive. It is not an easy journey requiring humility and a dedication to religious ideals, but success means that one will enjoy piety and recognition, and perhaps a greater chance of beatification after one's passing. Failure, however, can mean a loss of piety and worse, and failure will be far more likely the more sinful traits one possesses. We've won. Not that good, but I think if we live a very blessed life, then the Pope has to agree, right? Give us legitimacy. What about that? The path to becoming a paragon of the Catholic faith is a difficult one and will likely take years of dedication and patience before it is rewarded, if indeed it is rewarded at all. There will be many setbacks along the way, and the purification of one's soul does not come without trial, but the truly faithful could perhaps see it through to the end. I shall persevere. Right, not going to create that kingdom. Why are you being sieged down? Attacking dukes. Oh, they're losing against Peloponnesu. Interesting. This may be the perfect time to declare our own war. To claim Helados. I hold 2 duchies already, but I can hold more, can't I? What's the problem? What is the problem indeed? Now we're going to claim Helados, and I'm doing that to secure the trade that we undoubtedly need over here. You know, because like with a realm this big, you always need some wheat production, and we're either trading from Sicily, which is very, very fruitful land, or we're not trading at all, and then, well, we'll be starving. I write to you with shocking news. Tourmarché Alexis of Thessaly tried to have me assassinated to make sure I wouldn't discover this plot to see Comtesse Euphrosyne of Thessaly dead. Well, 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 my friend. Expose them immediately. Could I revoke a title? I totally could. We also have a truce, and I do not have the appropriate law. That makes a lot of sense. Plenty of sense where that came from. When is the Crusade happening? 288 days. Is that sickness in my... Yes, okay. Oh. Shut the gates. Restore Byzantium. At peace, all of the following must be true. Prestige, piety, money. All counties within Constantinople's de jure kingdom, Thessalonica, are under Emperor, okay. Hagia Sophia within the realm. It's not. The Hagia Sophia is under the supervision of the Ecumenical Patriarch. We might want to go against it. That is all I'm saying. We might want to try and beat him up, you know. Sometimes you have to do that. Tell me in the comments if you think we should take the land of the Ecumenical Patriarch, Lucas II, that clearly isn't bowing to the Pope. Should we make him bow? What else exists here? We have a prestigious greater. Okay, yeah, no, I already saw that. One of these must be true. As culture group Byzantine or South Slavic, one of these must be true. We can't actually ever restore it. You know what? Let's not worry about that. But the question for the Patriarch still stands. Because he doesn't bow to the right lord. And that is heresy. Quite literally heresy. So tell me in the comments, what do you think? Yeah, Hellas definitely losing that war. What a joke. What a joke indeed. What is Mitra doing? Really? I'm gonna take a look at that in a second. I just want to make sure that we're actually taking Hellas. I would love to hand out these duchies, please. Could you please let me just one more time? Ah. The tooltips were all wrong as well. Ooh. They just won a war over Durazzo. Won by Despot Michael of Epirus. Deliver this man to the dungeons. Beautiful. Just as it should be. Oh, he just usurped that, huh? Interesting. Interesting. They just won't let me hand out anything. It's a real shame. Seriously, it is a real shame. Okay, that is a duchy for sure. Big fan of that. What is this sickness? This terrible sickness. Come on, dude. Oh, come on. Oh, okay, there you go. The Crusade for Jerusalem is happening. And I will send my Crusaders as soon as this war's over. I just, you know, come on, man. I just need to make sure that this war actually ends. And then I'm going to send it. 73%. Take the leader, sure. What is Venice? Oh, for the Crusade. They're here for the Crusade. Get rid of the event spawn troops. Now, which one is the event spawn, I wonder? Okay, these are the event spawn troops. I'm going to move you over here because I'm going to send you to the Holy Land. You must go and fulfill your destiny. Aid the Jerusalemite king in his struggle. Jerusalem is not in this war, what? That doesn't make any sense. As I woke up this morning, my hands and feet were bleeding and there's a sharp pain in my side. What is happening to me? It is the stigmata. I am blessed by God. Alright, there you go. I am blessed by God. Why are you not in this war? What? I am so confused. Jerusalem itself is not in the war for Jerusalem. It's wide and lonely old huge lands. You want... Yes. I will actually give you the Duchy of Thessaloniki. How nice of you to ask me. God, because he asked, I was able to actually give it to him. God bless him. Now this young man, I would love to give the Duchy de Neopatria, but I need a loyalist, really. I don't think my wife makes a good spy master. And then again, who does? Who does make a good spy master? They're all garbage. I'm gonna give it to my wife at the end of the day. How bad can it be, right? How bad can it be? She disagrees. Come on, wife. The voter has no particular opinion. Amazing. God damn it. Wife, hey, why wouldn't you sell me a fucking... Alright, okay. Don't have to sell me a favor then. No, I will not personally be down here. We will not make ourselves a crusader. So don't even worry about it. But I will go, and with the Knights Templar, I shall support them. Did that work? No, the following units are attached. Wait, he attached himself to me? Wait, that's the that's the wrong way around. I wanted you to attach yourself to me. Alright, we're just gonna siege this down for the time being. My wife is pregnante. Very nice. Now let's continue this advance over here. And we shall end the struggle. I wish I could hand that out though, I'm so mad. Good news! We have captured the target of the Crusade, Safad. I don't think that is the target of the Crusade. I do believe that this is a target of the Crusade. Can I attach myself now? Absolutely not. Alrighty, well, let's just keep sieging, boys. I'm not down there. I'm only rarely looking down. What are you doing here? What? Really? You're defending Helados? While you have no great love for Comte Theodoros of Adrianopolis, you had no idea that he had despised you so much until you began hearing rumors of his hateful comments. When you last saw him at court, the glares he shot your way confirmed your suspicion. Twat. My brother Comte Henri has asked me to spend some quality family time in Cilimbria. What's up with this dude? Best severely injured. Did he have a duel or something? Owes me a favor. Wait, what? You owe me a favor, friend. Why don't you come and become a part of my council? Why can't I make you? I wish I could have you on the council, but I can't, apparently. Maybe, like, because we're both hidden or something, I don't know. Who knows at this point? Who knows? Now, we should still be before him, right? We have inherited the... Oh. Oh, he just died, huh? That guy's part of our family. How many are still alive? 12 members. It's not that good. Gallipolis, you know what? I'm gonna make you the Duke of Thessaloniki. Then we're gonna make you the Duke of Neopatria. There you go. So I weakened Thessaloniki a bit, but I strengthened them by giving them Gallipolis, and you might say, but that is border Gaul. And the truth is, it is border Gaul, but that is just the medieval ages, you know? That's just the time here. Alright, how's the war going anyway? I'm not looking, because these Crusaders belong down south. They do not belong to me. Oh lord. We have a lot of war score here, you know that? Did I choose anybody? Sure, I guess. Yolanda, you're gonna become a duchess. Absolutely not. He's not gonna marry a heathen, are you crazy? 94%, it was not enough. Ah, but that's so many light troops, I think we can kill him. I think legitimately we can absolutely destroy them in that combat. Nope. Oh, actually we did destroy them. Duke Francois expresses his wish to have a seat on the council. I wish, my dude, just come on the council, what's the problem? There you are. God bless. Henri de Flandre. Oh, we just had a kid. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And this war's over. He had a lot of resistance in him, you know. Ooh, and he's now our lone proper enemy, isn't he? Like, and by that I mean, like, he holds all of these. I have to give him, I would love to give him the title back, but they really don't want that. So maybe I'll just hand it over to you. I'll make you the Grand Duke of Athens. Sure, you're a Grand Duke now, my friend. Henri should be baptized as soon as possible, so that his place in heaven can be assured. Given that he's the heir of the Imperium Romane, I should make sure that the rite celebrating his coming into this world is grandiose as possible. Only the Pope, absolutely. And then we will have Duke Henri of Thessaloniki as his godfather. Pope Innocentius III washes the child 3 times over, reciting a prayer to protect his soul, surrounded by a host of cardinals. Then he raises little Henri up for all the crowd gathered in the great cathedral to see, exposing him to the cheers of his future subjects. What a priceless sight. Right, so this worked out. Let's go for Jerusalem. Hello everybody, it is me. I was there when Jerusalem was sieged down. Ladies and gentlemen, we're taking a lot of attrition here, but that's kind of the point. You know, I like having this kind of dirty warfare, where shit's actually going down. I like that. And if I can, by the way, okay. Let's go. Let's destroy him. Let's destroy the ruler that resists, for he shall no longer resist. Does he have any allies, by the way? I didn't look at that. Nope, he does not. Easiest money I've ever made. I have learned that Comte Alexius attempted to speak on my behalf at the faction meeting in Philippopolis, yeah, but only managed to turn his faction further against me. That's a shame. Sieges here are going well. I'm not going to take the Crusaders up here until the Crusade is over, primarily because that would be bad roleplay. For a long while now, you have not felt the presence of Jesus in your thoughts. You're starting to wonder whether there really is any truth in the Bible, or if perhaps it is just an old book written by clever liars. These blasphemous feelings will soon pass. Not depressed, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, we're going to get a lot of money from the Crusade. Probably like 10k or something. Yeah, we're second. That might actually be like 10k. I'm going to spend everything except 1k. I'm going to spend everything that I get on like stupid shit like, you know, for example, hospitals and such. You know, I just, maybe some temples or whatever, stuff like that. I'm not going to use it to like, oh, let's hire some mercenaries, you know, stuff like that. I'm not going to do that. I don't want to cheat the system. I just want to have a good experience, and I don't want to be too strong. So that is exactly what we are going to do. Can I come out of... Nope. That is what I'm going to do. I'm going to just like hand it out, you know, in a way that is kind of fair and makes it so that I only keep a small remainder of what we actually get. And the Crusade will be over in a second, which means that the victorious Crusaders will come back, unless they settle. I mean, let's say like 6k, 3k of them settled, the rest stays with us, and will come home. Alright, what about a duchy? Did we... Yeah, there you go. She holds one thing, because Tiberius is weirdly enough independent. Well, not properly independent, I guess. How did the Abbasids... What? I don't understand. I will not switch to her. Absolutely not. My question for you, dear viewers, is the Ecumenical Patriarch, because that is one of the major questions. How will we react to him? Will we try to leave him there as a sign of peace and friendship between our two churches, or will we try to subdue his rebellion against the Pope? Tell me in the comments. Also tell me in the comments, who is our main enemy? Is it Nicaea, Rome, Trebizond, or... I mean, Trebizond is nobody's enemies by the looks of it. Is it Nicaea, or is it Epirus? Will the Venetians make us declare war on Epirus? What is going to happen? Council, please tell me. A faction, just the tradition faction likes us more now. Really nice. And I'm gonna put you over here. There you go. Oh no, I'm sick. Me so sick. Do we have... No court physician. Thing is still closed. That is bad. We may die. I have the flu and I have no court physician. We have come into possession of the Confessions of Saint Augustine, a series of tomes detailing the life and times of Augustine of Hippo, a Christian theologian from Roman Africa who lived many centuries ago. Studying this historical work could provide insights that improve your learning. I will read every word. At last, you have finished your studies of Saint... Took me 2 days. Read more, nerds. Took many nights of reading with only the light of a candle to keep you company, but you do not regret a second of it. Your learning has improved. Oh. Alright, I mean, I'll take it. A bit weird if you ask me. I'm going to take the kitten home, absolutely. Give me the kitten. I lose the flu. We survived. Who needs doctors? Vaccines cause something. I don't think we know what autism is in this world, so the joke doesn't even properly work. Teutonic campaign. Oh, okay. So the Teutonic campaign will start soon in the north. That's okay though, I think. The war for Arcadia and Boeotia has ended. Look at us. Oh, you're independent, actually. Ah, interesting. So he remains independent as the lord over Aigaio Pelagos. Did I not have a claim on that? No, I did not, actually. Interesting. But we now hold a direct route down here towards the Mediterranean. I would say our trade is secured. And I think that is quite nice. When it comes to the rulers here, let's just take a quick look. So we have the big ruler of Athens still that is now under the Neopatric Athens lord. We have a Greek... What titles do we hold ourselves? So we only hold the Duchy of Achaea, and that has a lot of history with me. That is where our By Jupiter run started, and wherefrom we succeeded. Very much succeeded. Let's push this back. There you go. Let's get the boats out of the way as well, and then we shall take a look. No, my gates are closed. Okay. What is this sickness, boys? Smallpox. Jesus Christ, would you look at that? My God. Anyway, let's talk, right? We have Venice holding a city here. That is interesting. You are a pretty strong ruler, but I feel... I mean, you're gonna die soon is the thing. I think I'm gonna give it to her. And I would then like to educate her in our ways. Because that is what we do, isn't it? Assign guardianship. Assign her. Actually, what about my wife? Yeah, absolutely my wife. That's fine. Assign her my wife. And then I would love to change the childhood focus to faith. I don't really care for heritage. She can be Greek for all I care. But she has to believe in the right things. Renewed jihad. Perfect. Now we are an incredible force to be reckoned with here. We hold most of Greece. The Kingdom of Thessalonica is under our control. But do remember, Bulgaria, stronger than us, looming at our borders. Oh yeah, and look at this money, by the way. I didn't even notice that. Off camera, I'm just gonna invest that in hospitals and everything. Stuff like that, you know? Stuff that is fairly low impact. There's also Nicaea, fairly weak at the moment, but they did conquer some land from Trebizond, and they have claims everywhere. They may come back if we do not contain them. And then there's Epirus, also not all too strong, but they most certainly could band together against us. Tell me, where lie our priorities? What decision will Emperor Baudouin, of the Imperium Romaniae take? Tell me about it in the comments, and I will see you in the next episode. If you are unsubscribed at this point, subscribe. That would be very wonderful for me if you enjoyed the content. Otherwise, hey, have a nice day. It's not for everybody. I will see you in the next episode. Later. Alligator.